Setbacks, failures, and challenges are all an inevitable part of life. But what if you could build and develop the mental strength to bounce back stronger than ever? Today, we'll develop the essential skill of resilience and how you can cultivate it to overcome any obstacle that comes your way. To learn how to shift your mindset, reframe adversity, and tap into your inner reserves of determination and strength to help you build unshakable resilience in the face of life's toughest moments. If you're ready for that, keep on watching. Welcome to Conscious Matters. I'm Melissa. On this channel, I talk about empowerment through growth mindset and mindfulness. So let's start by putting things in context. What is resilience? It's simply the ability to adapt and recover from adversity, challenges, and setbacks. Resilience is pretty much downplayed, but it's extremely important because it enables us to persevere, learn from our experiences, and emerge stronger. Instead of feeling defeated, instead of staying in a victim mindset, we rise above anything that put a dent in our journey. We shift into a growth mindset instead. But let's be clear, resilience is not about not being vulnerable, not feeling affected by anything, downplaying our challenges and setbacks and negative experiences. It's just a skill that can be developed and strengthened over time. Resilience can only be acquired through actual life challenges. Just like I said, is to shift from a victim mindset to a growth mindset. So instead of letting that challenge, that setback, that issue that you were faced with keep you stuck in whatever situation you encountering, or just having this situation hold your whole life back, holding yourself from fulfilling your potential just because that even happened, or no matter how hurtful it was. Shifting to a growth mindset is first of all believing that your abilities and qualities can be developed over time through effort, learning, patience, time. But second of all, is also about the interpretation you have about your own setbacks. Do you see them as doomsday and everything is over, or as temporary, specific, and external? They're not you. They're just something that happened to you. They're not permanent, they're not pervasive, and they're not inherent to your character. You get to change the storyline. There's different ways or strategies to build resilience. So I'll share some in no particular order that you can inspire yourself from. Accepting and making room for difficult emotions, while still committing to values-aligned actions. So what do I mean by that? When you're faced with setbacks, with challenges, with something extremely difficult, we are humans. So obviously, an overwhelm of emotions, negative emotions, or at least difficult emotions will come up. It's normal, it's human. But what do you do with them? How do you deal with them? That's what will make the difference between someone who has not built resilience, who's still in the victim mindset, from someone with resilience and practicing their growth mindset. It's only by accepting something that you can go through it, that you can make peace with it. But when you're about rejection, when you're about resistance, when you're about not seeing things as they are, seeing things are more factual rather than too personal. Even though it affects you, it affects your life, of course, deal with your emotions in the most healthy way possible, but then use them as fuel to keep on going with your committed, valued-aligned actions. And a way to be able to deal with these difficult emotions is mindfulness, is meditation, or simply sitting down and observing your thoughts with more awareness, with more self-reflection, but without judgment, with more self-compassion, with more self-love, with understanding that the thoughts and emotions that you're dealing with right now, they're just for this specific situation in that space and time. Just like everything in your life that you've been through before, it will pass too. And oftentimes what triggers this very difficult, overwhelming emotions when we face with challenges or setbacks is that we tend to have a catastrophic thinking. We go to the worst case scenario, thinking of it as something horrible, the end of our life, we're such a big failure, nobody's gonna like us, we're never gonna be able to succeed anymore, so on and so forth. But when you manage to have that mindfulness moment before, that non-judgmental approach to yourself, to your thoughts, to your emotions, to seeing things as factual, just like I said before, it helps developing a more balanced and realistic perspective instead of this is a catastrophe. And using techniques to find actually empowering meanings in these challenges and setbacks that you've just been faced with. As best as you can, try to make sense of it. Try to see what is the lesson through it. What did I just learn? What am I not supposed to repeat in my life again? Where is my room for improvement? What can I work on? Or did it just show me that there's actually another way to go about things? So consider these challenges from a different angle and find the opportunities for growth. And probably not in the specific moment that you face with it, but a few days later when you've dealt with your emotions, with the overwhelm, so on and so forth, gratitude journaling is actually extremely powerful. Focus on what you're thankful for, especially in difficult times. Because we tend to be so laser focused when something is not going our way, because we're all controlling in some ways. Taking a step back and looking around, opening our eyes to what's actually around us that is working for us, what we already have, who we already with, can help you have a more balanced approach and feeling a little bit less heavy about what just happened because of that setback or that challenge or that difficulty that you just went through. And in the most difficult moments is where self-care is even more important than ever before. Is when you're extremely vulnerable, when you're very sensitive, when you're overwhelmed with what just happened to you. So then prioritize activities that recharge, that nourish you emotionally, physically, and mentally. It can be anything that works for you. It can be going for a run, going to swim, listening to some music, painting, or have a dance party by yourself in your bedroom or in your living room. Do anything that helps you find a sense of relief, a sense of nourishment, a sense of, I'm still alive, I'm still okay, I got this, I'm good, I'm okay. Breathe. And of course, social support is extremely important. Oftentimes when we face with setbacks, with challenges, we have this sense of guilt in a way to show to others that we fail at something, that we are not in the position that we thought would be in any area of your life. It can be career, it can be relationships, it can be family, it can be anything. But remind yourself that if you surrounded yourself with trustworthy, kind, and people who truly love you, they will be there to support you in the difficult times. So reach out to supportive, encouraging individuals who uplift you. And if you don't have any in your life right now, we have the internet. You can reach out to communities online. You can even go on your favorite YouTuber's page and go through the comments, put your input, and you will have, I'm pretty sure, other people be there, strangers, to support you in whatever extent that's possible online, but it's still helping you to not dig your own grave in a way, but actually uplift yourself. And I know it's hard because there are common obstacles that hinder resilience, such as, again, the feeling of guilt that I shared before, because we have our own idea of perfection. So perfectionism is a huge hindrance to resilience because expecting flawless performance every single time and being extremely self-critical of yourself is not helping to see the situation from different angles, just like I shared before. When we're stuck on one way of that things are supposed to look like, it's easier to feel extremely down on ourselves when the challenge or the setbacks comes our way. Comparison is another obstacle to resilience. Measuring yourself against others and feeling inadequate because you're not where they are or how they are when you're actually yourself and they are being themselves. So as unique we all are, obviously you're not going to be the same. And that's wonderful, actually, because there's no other you than you. And thinking that you need to be like others to feel adequate in this life, that will keep you stuck in never feeling good enough. in never having that strength within you to overcome any challenges coming your way. And the other obstacle to resilience is isolation. It's one that I used to do often, to be honest, is thinking that you can handle your challenge or your obstacle by yourself. Withdrawing yourself from others and trying to handle the challenge, the obstacle, no matter how big it is, by yourself. I'm not saying that it's impossible to overcome challenges alone. We can. But I talked about reaching out to supportive friends, family members, or whoever that uplifts you, because it's easier to gain another perspective and then helping you see your own situation from another angle, from another perspective, from an approach that is not yours, and then giving you another look, a brand new look at your own situation. And that helps you to move faster and further from your inner blockages, so you can overcome that situation that you thought was the end of the world. Again, you are not alone in this world. We are 7+ billion people. So it's okay to get help. It's okay to get support. Don't only rely on that. Rely on yourself, but be open to have other people holding your hand when it's tough. And reaching out to others to seek support and connections can show you that other people can also relate to your struggles and offer encouragement or even share their own stories, and that will give you another perspective and showing you that it's possible to overcome whatever you're dealing with. Focus on progress over perfection so you can learn from your mistakes and keep on bettering yourself, bettering your craft every single time, little by little, so it will compound. Compare yourself only to your past self. I've been saying that so many times on this podcast. But only compare yourself to your past self and celebrate your unique journey. It's your own life. It's your own journey. It's your own path, not the one of others. So celebrate that. So resilience is only developed and built through practice. The more and more you practice, the more and more you move through life, you will have tough experiences, and that's okay. It's just how do you respond to them that is important. I've had myself so many setbacks, so many challenges in my life, but they led me where I am here because of the way that I keep on looking at them as lessons, as stepping stone in becoming a more expansive version of myself. They don't define me, but the way that I respond to them refine who I am today. Refine the person that I am and who I'm becoming as well. Well, that's all I have for today. 1 or 2 resilience building practice that you will start today in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, stay true, keep showing up for yourself, and let your soul lead the way.